What's up, guys? Um, we are back to do another video today. Today is Sunday, July 12th. Payday was actually Friday for my husband, which would have been the 10th. I'm just now getting around to doing this budget. It's been kind of a busier weekend. Just a lot of things going on, and I couldn't quite squeeze the time in Friday or Saturday to sit down and make this video. I think I said in my previous video though that I do a paper budget as well, and I actually write out my budget a couple of weeks in advance. So I have like the next 3 or 4 budgets already written out just to give me a play by play to make sure that I know I have enough money coming in and things like that. So me not hopping right on here and doing it didn't really slow me down. I just need to come in here and update all my things in YNAB. So we're going to do that. Like I just said, we're using YNAB, which is a budgeting software that I was watching somebody's video. I don't remember whose video it was. And they said that once upon a time, YNAB did stand for you need a budget, but now they just like it to be YNAB. But I'm like, it's you need a budget. That's what it is. Anyway, that is the software we are using. And I've been seeing a couple of videos of people switching over to other platforms for various different reasons. And as of right now, I have no plans of doing so. When I was looking to get back into using a software, because I've done YNAB before and I use it for like a month or two and then I stopped. And anyway, so when I was looking to get back into it, I did look at a few of the other ones, and there was one that was very similar to YNAB. And I was considering using it. I did the trial, and it runs very, very similarly to YNAB, and it's much cheaper. And so that was a big thing for me, because I'm like, if I can get all of the same things and the same features and the same feel good out of it, and it's cheaper, I'm gonna go for it. They don't have a app. Like, I can't download an app on my phone and use that, and that is an appealing feature for me. So I did look on their social medias, and it does say app coming soon. And so when they get that app, I might try a free trial again and give it a go. And if I like it and I feel like, okay, I can run this, I'll possibly switch over just for the money aspects. None of the other things really have anything to do with me. I don't, some people's other the other blah, blah, blah. Some people have other reasons for switching over, and whatever floats people's boats and their heartstrings and things like that. I understand that, but for me, it's a money thing. If I can get it cheaper, that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, guys, let's hop right on here so we don't make this video too long. I do have a couple of overspent in here. I think that's because, like this says, it's uncategorized. And so I'm gonna go in here and categorizing things. Oh, these are my mortgage payments. So let's categorize them. And what is this? This one was our Midwest, and then this one is the big kahuna, the mortgage. Okay, so why do we still have 2 overspents? Groceries and $32.01 in fuel, which will fill when we put this $100 in for the month. So I'm not worried. I mean, not for the month, for the week. I'm not worried about that one. And groceries, I'm actually going to. We had $55 left in holidays from last week's spending, and I'm actually gonna transfer this money over to groceries. That's what I'm gonna do, because we went over in groceries because why is it not letting me do what I'm trying to do? We went over in groceries because of the holiday. buying things to grill. And so I'm just going to cover that from there, and then that will be that. Then the other overspent is fuel, like I said, and that will get filled as we're going through these and filling everything for the week. So what we're going to do is hop over here to pay. Like I said, this was a week where only my husband was paid. So we're going to take the 1,000 that he put into the joint account. We're going to move it up to ready to assign. And now we are ready to start budgeting out some of our money. So as always, we're going to start with our bills. We're going to go over here to Money Taker. And we are going to put in half of my car note, which is $360. And then I believe we are going to be doing half of our car insurance, which is going to be $148. Yes. And that's going to be all for our bills, because we have funded everything else for the month, actually. The car note and the car insurance were the last two bills that we needed to fund for the month, and I just funded half of those, and I'll probably fund the other half next week with next week's pay. So then we're just gonna hop over here to survival. And groceries gets $175 a week. I actually did go grocery shopping yesterday. I don't know how much I spent, but I do not think I spent the whole 175. And then you guys know what? I am going to add another category here, and we're gonna call it personal. I used to lump everything into one category. Essentials covered everything. It covered toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, whatever else you can think that's for personal hygiene that one would use, face wipes. It covered all of that. Especially when I was doing like paper budgeting, it covered all of that. I think now that I'm running this in the software, though, I would like to kind of separate them out, and so that I can see what I'm actually spending on household things versus what I'm spending on like our personal hygiene needs. And so I normally do 30 a week into essentials, and that was covering everything. So I think now what I'm going to do is do 15 a week into both and adjust this as I see fit. So now essentials will be toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, laundry softener, dishwashing liquid, the dishwasher pods for the dishwasher, things like that. And personal is going to be more like what I just said: toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant when we need it, things like that. So I'm hoping that with that, this will make, I'm going to edit this target here as well, that this will we'll see it build up in more in the category that it needs to build up in, and then we'll see, because like I don't buy laundry detergent every month. I buy a big one, and that might last me about a month and a half. We buy toilet paper and paper towels like every two. I buy it in bulk off Amazon. I want to say the last time I checked, we buy that like every 2.5 months. So these categories might kind of build up, and then you'll start seeing it all disappearing at once, because we tend to like to run out of everything at one time. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to put a target on personal as well for 15 a week, and every Saturday. Is that how I have these set? I have them set as every Friday. Okay, let's go back and do this one for every Friday then, just to kind of keep everything the same. So 15 a week into both of those. Okay, so we've done that. Then we're going to hop over here to fuel. It gets $100 a week. And then, like I said, that took care of that negative there. Then we'll go here to Storm, and she'll get 5. And I'm actually thinking about changing that up as well. Storm is our dog, as you can see by my nice little icon here. And initially I was using this specific category for her right here for dog food. Now, again, she's the same as like when I was talking about the toilet paper and things. We don't buy her dog food every month. I buy a big bag out of Sam's Club. She's a poodle Australian Shepherd mix. She's about 25-ish pounds. She doesn't eat a whole ton. You know, I'm not buying dog food every week or two or anything like that. Her dog food lasts over a month as well. And so I was going to use this category just strictly for dog food, let it build up. When I needed another bag, there'd be enough here. I'm thinking about this category being all encompassing for her: dog food, for haircuts, washes, treats, anything like that. Currently, we groom her ourselves. We are not good at it, but when she was a pup, we took her to a place. I won't put the place on blast. We took her to a place to try to get a groom for the first time, and they just act like they couldn't do it because they were like, oh, she's just too frightened. And I'm like, that's why we're bringing her while she's a pup, so she could start getting used to it. But they were like, you need to come get your dog. And that's about all they had to tell me, and I was coming to get my dog. So we never took her back. We never tried a different place. We just bought all this stuff and we started doing it ourselves. And that's been working so far. But I do think we are going to switch over to trying to find a groomer, whether it's a mobile groomer who will come to us. But we're going to try to find a groomer to actually give her a proper haircut. And so this category will be for that. We currently take her to a local pet store and they have a whole wash house thing, and we take her there to get washed, and we buy the little card where we get so many washes. I think it's $40. We actually went today and they gave us our wash today for free, but I did go ahead and buy a card to get all those washes for $40. And so I might have to add more into that category because that's going to come out. But anyway, so my point is that this is going to be for more than just food. So I'm probably going to have to change my target on this to be a little higher. I'm just not sure what I want that target to be yet. So for now, that's what it's going to be. And then we'll look at subscriptions. But I don't think I'm doing any subscriptions this week. Yeah, I'm not doing any subscriptions this week, so we'll skip that. So then we'll just jump right here to Crumb Snatchers, which is for my children. They are my crumb snatchers, my money snatchers, and all of those things. This is for their allowance. They get $15 a week. Not a piece, just collectively the amount I give to both children adds up to 15. They get $1 per year that they've been alive. My son is 6. My daughter is 9. Together that equals 15. My daughter turns 10 next month though, so that will be going up. So there is their $15. And we have $167 left. Like I just said, my daughter's birthday is next month, so we are saving up to celebrate that. She's turning the big 10. And it's a big birthday, double digits. So we're going to be adding $50 to this. We do already know where we're taking her. We're going to a water resort type of thing. And so that is why the budget is so high for that. And that is okay. Also, school does start next month. So we are preparing to do all of the back to school things that we need to do. So we're going to add another $50 to back to school as well. And then I want to say that is all we are stuffing in my crumb snatcher categories. We're going to hop down here to short term. And I think what I did was just added money to hit the minimums on all of these, on some of these things. So we're going to go ahead and put 5 into Storm, although I think I'm going to be moving this to a long-term savings to be more like an emergency fund for her. I don't know if I want to move it down here to long-term or if I want to leave it here. So we're going to leave it for now, but you never know. Then we're going to do renewals here, and we're going to add 5. And this is mostly for when it rolls around that we need to renew our driver's license or the tags on our vehicles. So I'm just adding a little bit here. And yeah, we'll deal with that as it comes. And then medical and dental, I'm going to add 15 here. And then I think there's $42 left. When I wrote out my paper budget, I always budget for less than what we might bring in. So there's an additional $25 in here that I haven't budgeted out. That's why I'm so confused over here. I'm like, why is this so off? There was an additional $25 that I did not account for. We're gonna do home projects, and we're gonna add 10 in there. There are a few things that I know we need to do, so at some point we'll do this. Home things tells me I need an additional $4.11 for the month, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there so we can get that cleared off. And that leaves $27.89. What do we want to do with this additional $27.89? I'm trying to think. I could just throw it in, what did I say, Storm, because we had bought the little pass for her, and that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna throw it there, $27.89, because that money's coming out. $42.89, that's perfect because we spent $40, and then it'll leave $2.89 in her category, which is fine. But something else we are also going to do, my daughter has decided she does not want to do violin lessons anymore. So although the violin rental has already come out for this month, so that payment is made, I had not paid for the violin lessons yet. I pay for those the first lesson of the month, and the first lesson of the month should have been the Monday that just passed, which would have been the 6th, I believe. We did not go, so I did not pay, and we won't be going because she has decided she no longer wants to do that. So this $140 needs to go elsewhere because it's just hanging around. And I am undecided, honestly, about what I really want to do with it. I'm thinking that it's going to get split between my daughter's birthday and back to school, because those are the things that we really need to be funding right now. But I am not certain what I want to do with that. So I think what I'm going to do is, where is it at? Under money taker. We're going to take this, we're going to move it to ready to assign. And then I'm going to, what am I going to do? We're going to snooze it, and then I'm probably actually going to hide both of those categories because we won't need them. If she's not taking the lessons, we won't need it. So I moved that up into ready to assign. And then I think what I'm going to do is come down here, and where it says hold it here and under the crumb snatchers, I'm going to put 100. And we're just going to hold it, and I'm going to decide if I want to do 50 into birthday, 50 into back to school, if I want to just throw it all into birthday, or what I want to do, because I am not certain. And so then that leaves $40. And I think what I'm talking about what I think I want to do. I honestly don't know, guys. When I don't have a plan, when I already have something in mind, I don't know what to do. I'm like none the wiser on what decision to make for it. Like, I start to think, well, what's coming up? What do I really need to do? Where do I need to throw some money? And I just don't know. So truthfully, I think I'm just going to leave it here and ready to assign, and then I might just tell you guys what I did with it in the next video. But I'm just leave it here for now because I don't necessarily want to do that either though. I'm just so undecided, and it's like I think I'm a little undecided because it's like I said, I plan out my weeks, my budgets already. And so, like, I know that I've already planned to hit all of these monthly targets within July. So I already know we're going to put this 89.45 in here. And I know we're going to put holidays we've hit for the month. I don't even think there's a goal on there. But this 10 and this 15 and even Christmas and cart maintenance, I'm pretty sure I have them all. I have all of that written into the budget already. So it's like, do I throw extra there? Do I put it somewhere else? What do I do? What do I do? What do we do? I don't know. And that's all I really have for it is like, I don't know, guys. I could throw it into haircuts and let it sit there for when my son finally needs those. I could throw it into school just to beef school up because like we do pay for school lunch and things like that. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 20 into haircuts for my son, and I'm going to put 20 into this 1 and 2 category, which is for my husband and I. And I'll just throw that there, and that will be that, guys. So we have budgeted out all of our money, guys. We put money in the groceries, in the essentials, personal fuel, storm, a couple of categories we weren't even planning on. We did a few sinking funds. We did the few bills we needed to do. I think we covered everything that I needed to cover for right now. So I think we're good to go, guys. So this is going to be the end of the video. We're going to end it here. We don't have any more money and are ready to assign. Like they like to say, we are YNAB broke now. And so I'm sure tomorrow all of my transactions from the weekend will start to kick in from when I went grocery shopping and things like that. And that's going to be that, guys. So thank you guys for coming on here and watching and seeing where I put my money and how I spend my money. I appreciate you guys watching, commenting, liking, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.